Hello, Pathway family. Welcome to May. A lot of great things going on in May. And one of the key things happening is this coming weekend is Mother's Day. Lori Allen, who's the wife of our executive pastor, Brent Allen, is going to be sharing with us this weekend. So make sure that you, as you gather with your mom and your moms, whatever it may be, and as you watch online, Lori's going to do just a great job of taking us to the heart of Jesus as our good shepherd, and really helping us understand some deeper truths as it relates to that title that we have of God himself and how that relates to all of us. Speaking of May and moving in through May, we're going to begin the process of what it looks like to move back together again here on Carroll Road. We've always been together. We've just been in different homes. We've been in different living rooms and different places where all of you have been watching online, and that's just been a tremendous service for so many. I've heard of a lot of new people that have jumped online as it relates to this epidemic, this pandemic. I have received letters from people who are so appreciative of the fact that we've been doing this, and they're making a deeper connection with God and with the church as a result of that. So just we're very thankful for our team and how they've led that way. But in the meantime, what we're going to ask you to do is this. We're going to ask you to give us a lot of grace. And that is that as we begin to look and plan together of what it looks like for us to worship together here on Carroll, we know that it's just going to look a little different. And we know that it's going to be different as it relates to social distancing. It's going to be a challenge as it relates to adults and kids together at the same time. And it's going to look different from what we do during the midweeks and what we do on the weekends. And so here's what we're going to say to you. Here's what we're asking you to do, and that is through the month of May, we're asking you just to pray for us as our teams work together to lay out the details of what it looks like to begin to come back together again here on Carroll Road. Every week through the month of May, I'll be giving you a little bit more of an update, a little more information as it relates to that. But in the meantime, certainly not only show us grace, but pray for us as we walk through this, and then stay connected. You have an opportunity now, because of the fact that some of the social distancing rules have been lifted a little bit, for your small groups to get together. Maybe consider your small group coming together and having a meal together, or just coming together to watch the worship services together on the weekend and talk about that, process that together, and maybe jump onto the 30 days of prayer that we're on to right now. Jump into the middle of it. It's okay. Or even you can go all the way back to the very beginning and just kind of work your way back through it again and begin to pray about the things we're praying about every day. Continue to serve in the way you're serving. And that is, you've been giving so well financially, and you've also been giving to our benevolence fund. You've been giving of your groceries and goods that we're allowing those items to go out into our community through Harvest Missionary Church, as well as through the Lighthouse and their food bank. And we're also serving people right here in our community, right around Carroll Road. And it's been exciting to see the number of people that we've been able to just come alongside and love in a very tangible way. The other way is with our going, and through our partnership with Fort Wayne United, with about 6 other churches in our city. We're going to be packing 10,000 of these boxes. We're not doing 10,000 ourselves, but we're doing it along with these other churches. I'm going to encourage you to stop by the church and just come over where the overhang is at, out in the back of the church, and there plenty of these boxes are there. Pick one up, pick up a packing list, fill it up, bring it back, and we'll make sure it makes it to the right places of those homes and that community in which we're going to serve right around the Weiser Park area. In the meantime, here's what I'm going to ask you to do, is just pray for unity. I know that some of you would say, let's get back to business now. Others of you would say, let's be cautious about this. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to move through this season in a way that we have unity, that we're caring for one another, that we're loving one another, that we're serving one another, and that we as a team are planning effectively so we can walk into this next phase with a sense of order, as well as making sure that everybody's safe. And so let's just be that church that demonstrates not only our deep love for God to each other, but continues to demonstrate that deep love of God to our community too, as we continue to grow in the grace and knowledge of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, as we continue to serve out of that love to those around us, and as we walk patiently through the next steps that God has us to walk through as a church. And so that's your news for this week. And I'll talk to you more a little bit next week, and we'll see you this weekend online.